Hello everyone, my name is Kyle. I'm here with Makers Mercantile and I am so excited to get to talk to you about the things in today's newsletter. Today is a magical day. It's a bit of a magical day because there is a new knitting needle out in the world. So I'd like to introduce you to the Ewenicorn needle. This is a skacel by addi fixed circular needle, and it features this really cool, I'm trying to show you, spirally texture on the needle itself. So it has a turbo tip, so it's not the super sharp one that's going to point, stab through your fingers. And then it also has this little bit of a texture, and that texture is a little different in depth from one size to another, very much like the texture on the Rocket Square needles. Also, you may have noticed the cord is pink, and you can read, I mean, maybe not on the video, but you can read the sizes and everything super easily because of the opaque pink cord. Also, the sizing information is laser etched into the needle tip itself, so you can see that as well, but it doesn't have a depth. It's just sort of printed on there. So your knitting still is gonna slide effortlessly as you work. So we have these needles. They come in lots and lots of different sizes, from a size 0 to 11 in US, and in lengths for the fixed cords, anywhere from 24 inch to 60 inch. So you can get the individual needles right now. And so the packaging is really cute. It's got the sort of rainbowy color there. These are the Ewenicorn, E-W-E, Ewenicorn needles. So what if, which we do, what if we have a fixed circular needle set deal for you with these brand new needles? So this set has 10 different needles in it. It is so a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 and a half, and 11 fixed circular. So all of those sizes, 10 different ones, and they are going to come stored in, that's right, it's rainbow and magical. They're gonna come in a zippered bag that says you, E-W-E, you are magical. And it's gonna feature, of course, our little image of the unicorn. See, get it? It's a sheep, unicorn, it's a unicorn. So this little project bag comes with it, or it's a storage bag. It works perfectly to hold those 10 needles. So you'll always know where your unicorns live. The bit of the collection will always be in the zippered pouch, right? And if you keep all of the bags that the needles come in, so you can pull out the bag and keep them in order, then if the bag is empty, you can always put a little note in that bag that says, I'm working on the Chasing Butterflies project. You can put a little piece of paper in there, so you hopefully will know where that needle is living when you go to hunt for it, and you find that there's a unicorn out of the bag. The back of the bag, just so you can see, it's got just a little rainbow and the Maker's logo, and of course the zipper is rainbow. Inside of the bag is white. So you could use this as a project bag if you like, or as I said, a way to store your brand new collection of needles. So these fixed circular sets, I said 10 sizes, right? Went through all of that. There are 3 different length choices. So all 10 needles are gonna come the same length. You can choose from 24 inch, 32 inch, or 40 inch in these sets. And we have, a good number of each of these collections available, but if one of those sizes run out, it may not show up on the website. So if you only see 2 of the 3 available, that means that some people have already purchased the third sized sets. So that is the Ewenicorn Turbo knitting needle. I'm excited about it. It's pink. I'm wearing pink to celebrate, and that is the fun new thing to announce today. So try those out, see what you think. I like that little bit of spirally texture. It feels really nice. It's easy to hold on to that needle. It doesn't impede in the knitting. The knitting, of course, the yarn slides wonderfully across the needle as usual, but that little bit of a curve also acts a lot like the Rocket Square needle with that texture to sort of park the stitches on your needle as you're holding on to the work. So works pretty cool. Next up in the newsletter, we have a book. It is this one. It is called 50 Knitted Wraps and Shawls, and it's by Marissa Noldicke. which I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but I hope I am. I'm giving it my try. So 50 Knitted Shawls and Wraps, it's a gorgeous hardcover book that has a lot of different techniques in it. So there's slip stitch in here. This one is a stranded colored work one. Surprise, Kyle likes the stranded colored work one. There's also brioche and lace and cables, lots of different techniques that you can check out in this book. And not just the patterns of here, make this, and here's how you do it. Here are the instructions, but it also has some really good instructional pages that give you an idea of how to perform the different techniques. So if you'd like to, tackle increases in brioche, there's a reference in here for when you need to do increases in brioche in one of the shawls. So check these out. We have a few of those available in stock if you are interested in adding this awesome book to your library. Keeping on the unicorn theme, there are a couple Ewenicorn Fibre Rinse and Power Scour. So here are the two, Fibre Rinse and Power Scour. Here they are. And they are by Ewenicorn Fibre. The Fibre Rinse is really good for hand-dyed yarns. So this one, the pH and everything is it's been formulated, I guess, to sort of minimize the amount of dye exhaust, the dye that will sneak away. Of course, if the dye hasn't stuck to a fiber, it's going to rinse off, but this helps keep your beautiful hand-dyed yarns remaining gorgeous as you continue to care for them when you wash and block them from time to time. So that is the Fibre Rinse. And it comes in two different options. There's a scented and unscented version, and they have little different names, but if you click on either of the images in the newsletter, you're gonna see the two I'm showing you here, but there's, like I said, a scented or unscented version. This is the Power Scour. So Power Scour, again, scented or unscented, it's a bit more alkaline, and it helps really getting those things clean. So if you are working with hand spun yarn or something that has a little bit of, the grease, as we call it, in the wool, and you've spun that, the Power Scour is really great for helping to get your finished project nice and clean. The alkaline also helps balance out hard water. So if you have hard water, this is a really great one for you to consider. So check out the Ewenicorn, the different cleaners from the Ewenicorn line. And then lastly, well, not lastly, almost lastly, I can introduce you to Mrs. Olsen. So 𝗁cie𝗱𝘆𝘀𝗃, congratulations, came up with the name of for our dress form. So this is Mrs. Olsen. The name was picked out of hundreds of submissions, and thank you everyone for taking time to fill out and come up with some ideas. There were lots of really funny and creative ones. Quite a few people suggested honoring the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, by using perhaps her childhood name. There were people naming her Venus de Milo, or I'm trying to think what the others were. Mildred was one of them. Lots of really great names. So thank you everyone for your creativity and for playing along with that. And Sue, we're gonna send you a $25 gift card as a way to say thank you for naming Mrs. Olsen. And you'll notice that Mrs. Olsen is, oh wait, I didn't even tell you. So the reason Mrs. Olsen, the way that the name suggestion came about, is if you've watched the show Little House on the Prairie, I think it was probably from the 70s or early 80s, I remember it as a kid, Mrs. Olsen and her husband ran the mercantile. So it was Olsen Mercantile or Mercantile, and they were in this, out in the country. And what a great character, like such an awesome character. And they had 3 children, a boy, Willie, and then there was a girl, gosh, I can't remember the girl's name now. I know it, but it's nope, not coming to me. But anyway, there are 2, and then there are 2 girls, Nellie was one of them, and I forgot who the other girl is. But there are 3 children. The children are always up to something. They very rarely get punished for anything. And Mrs. Olsen is the one that sort of rules the roost and makes most of the decisions. And her husband's name, I think, is Nels. Well, it doesn't matter. We don't have another dress form to name, so we're gonna stick with Mrs. Olsen for now. And now you know more than maybe you knew before about Little House on the Prairie. Mrs. Olsen is wearing the Chasing Butterflies shawl that was designed by Ellen Thomas of the Chili Dog. We are well into the heart of our knit along, and there's a lively conversation on Ravelry, so check that out if you're interested. If you have questions or not sure about something in the pattern, you can always pop your question in there, and there's a group of people who are working the same pattern, and of course Ellen as well, who can answer those questions for you. And also show your progress. There's lots of really great pictures, and we popped one into our newsletter from Sarah. She's doing a fantastic job, and we love seeing this progress as people work their way through a project. So that is it for today, Tuesday, September 20th, 2022. We've got these new Ewenicorn needles, and I'm so excited to get them into your hands to see how what you think about them and how much you love them. So get one of those sets ordered, or check out one or two of just the singles to see, give it a try and see what you think of them. And that is it. So have a great week, everyone. We will be back again on Friday with more fun and adventures. And I have something we've been waiting for a little while as well. I'll be able to announce that on Friday. So we will see you in just a few days. Until then, do something fun for yourself. Reach out to friends and family, and we will see you again on Friday. Bye, everyone.